Hello, Mr. Ismail. We're from Group 2. We want to present our business for entrepreneurship course. It's called Multure, your multifunction furniture voucher. I am Anindya Rizkyanantara and my friend is Anishananda Amelia. We're from Group 2. Our home campus is Binus University or Bina Nusantara in Indonesia. Firstly, we're going to talk about our business. Multure is a design studio engaged in interior design services and the production of multifunctional furniture. With a digitally integrated management strategy, Multure is here to provide quality services that rank high in customer satisfaction anywhere and anytime. Because Multure is here to meet the wants and needs of customers with their capabilities or budget. Thus, the product and needs of customers will produced by the Multure Team are works that are poured from heart to heart with all the intellectual excellence and emotional strength of the Multure Team to make our beloved customer happy. Multure's expertise is producing furniture products, budgeting, consulting, and designing custom and modified furniture with an efficient multifunctional product concept, but still upholding the aesthetic value of the furniture itself. The current millennial generation prefers apartment as their dream residence. This is evidenced by the rapid growth of apartment in Indonesia since 2015, and the average number of applicants is between the age of 26 and 26 years. Currently makes the growth of apartment very rapidly. This request is based on several considerations that make the millennial generation prefer apartments over houses. These considerations are in the form of an assessment that apartments are considered to have various concept and price. With this, the millennial generation can choose their apartment according to the desired concept and price that are within their budget. Lower maintenance costs with a small building area. Apartments do not require large maintenance costs, which result in waste costs. Located in a strategic location, namely the city center, has guaranteed security and has many facilities that can be used by apartment owners. With the above consideration, of course, the millennial generation is increasingly motivated to make apartment to be their dream residence. But of course, apartments also have a number of weaknesses that many millennials complain about. The very limited building area makes the millennials generation also limited in storing their belongings. The building area prevents millennials from buying some furniture for their needs. With this problem, Group 2 was moved to make furniture that was designed according to their needs, even though the storage location was relatively small. The furniture can have two or more functions in one model. Of course, this will be really help the millennial generation who live in apartments, apart from having multifunctional advantage, so they can have space. This furniture will also be very practical and designed with aesthetic decor to decorate their apartments. Apart from apartment residents, this furniture also supports other residences that have a limited building area, such as boarding house, dormitories, and so on. So it is hoped that this multifunctional furniture can help the problem of those who having house with a small building area to be able to have furniture that can support their activities. This idea originated from brainstorming with a mutual agreement because based on the personal experience of one member who also has limited space, namely personal space, they implement the idea of having multifunctional furniture that can overcome problems related to limited space housing area. Multure is to become an utility manufacturing company household and supplier furniture of multifunctional outstanding national scale capable of providing that can add value by promoting the effectiveness and efficiency of product from all sides. Multure and customer with a series of mission is to produce quality by prioritizing customer satisfaction, realizing company management that upholds business ethics, utilizing environmentally friendly technology, having a sustainable and a competitive advantage in related business, having a commitment to increase sustainable business growth with the manufacturing industry in Indonesia, and increasing assistance of social responsibility. Multure is presented to meet the needs of multifunctional furniture aimed at limited occupancy owners.
The next is 5 portrait analysis. The first is threat of new entrants. The multure is a household need which of course will always be needed by the owners of a dwelling. Therefore, it is estimated that the presence of a new competitor for multure will have a fairly high presence, and of course, multure will have rapid development in innovation both functionally and aesthetically. Multure is a business engaged in the household goods manufacturing industry, which competes with several furniture and accessory centers such as Informa, IKEA, Selma, and others, which of course is a competitor that is already engaged in the furniture sector extensively. Second is threat of substitutes. Multure will have dominant bargaining power in the field of custom multifunctional furniture, where Multure will move towards premium quality multifunctional furniture with estimated price that can be adjust to the customer's budget. And that's why the differentiation between Multure and other furniture centers that don't provide custom system and adjustments to the customer's budget. The third, bargaining power of buyers. Multure will provide attractive offers that can attract the attention of customers. These offers will be held every week, so of course they can provide customers these offers so they can provide a business them that is not monotonous in Multure. The fourth is bargaining power of suppliers, which is Multure will provide a good relationship with suppliers by always being connected and having agreements on paper that support cooperation between Multure and existing suppliers in order to promise a good cooperative relationship for the future during Multure's operations. And the last is rivalry of competitors, which is Multure is a business with a fairly dominant opportunity in the market, offset by an increase in household, which results in an increase in ready-to-live dwellings. Therefore, competitor estimates will be able to have dominant estimates and have a major influence on Multure, and Multure will maintain innovation and trends so that it can influence the value proposition of Multure, which can be enjoyed by customers who are starting to be faced with several other furniture manufacturers' choices. And the next is SWONT, which is a strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. And the first is strength. The multure is provide convenience for owners of limited occupancy or temporary housing with multifunctional furniture, helping several residential owners who need furniture with a middle to lower budget. And the last is provide an easy to use concept that can become a concept that can be developed in the future. Next is weakness. Weakness is multure is types of wood that are difficult to obtain, and potential shrinkage of furniture, which such as rotting, eaten by termites, and etc. And the last is difficult to find loyal customers. The next is opportunity. Uh, Many new dwellings are classified as small and minimalist. Many students need furniture for their residence, such as boarding, house, apartment, or rent. And many people are starting to like things that are simpler or have a minimalist lifestyle. And the last is threat. The issue of the global crisis that is getting closer affects the purchasing power of the market. Many foreign companies are imitating furniture products specification with lower selling prices. The development of other furniture manufacturers or brands that adapt multifunctional concept as well as customing and budgeting services. Government policy regarding the sale of natural materials such as wood. The next is PESTEL, which is political, economic, social, technology, ecology, and legality. The first is political aspect, which is Multure is a multifunctional furniture that will have the heart of driving business in the middle of the city, so that is not related to political activities in the current state of the country. Multure is self-reformed from the heart to help customers save on the layout of their houses by using multifunctional furniture that has a very high aesthetic value, so that is expected to beautify the houses owned by customers. The second is economic aspect. Multure will certainly greatly affect the existence of a country's economic condition will also certainly greatly affect the running of a company because the economy itself is the heart of doing business. Therefore, the emphasis on awareness is related to existence of economic factors that can instantly lead Multure to a complicated economic problem. For this reason, Multure must carry out a prepared anticipation in facing an economic situation like this so that the company's condition will be fully prepared in facing economic condition in any way. And the third is social aspect. Uh, in my city in Malang city is a student city where in this condition it can be concluded that there are lots of students who come to serve in Malang to gain knowledge. Uh, this is of course has an impact on the city of Malang, which will get denser every year along with the increase in students in the city of Malang. Um, with increase in students, of course, it will automatically have an impact on the population growth rate, which is increases very significantly, and of course, they will look for several shelters for temporary housing while in the city in the city of Malang. And the fourth is aspect of technology. Multure is the widespread technological condition provides many advantages for several companies. The existence of a technology makes it easier for Multure to reach customers because Multure itself is engaged in the online market, which of course requires a platform to support the buying and selling process. Where the platform is of course in the form of internet in the form of technology. Multure is also here to review the various problems that are in the social sphere and gain company opportunities by gaining an understanding of issues through social media. So, the technology is an aspect that really supports Multure in developing its business. And the fifth is ecological aspect is the condition of scarcity of raw materials will certainly greatly affect of affect for Multure. Multure itself chooses wood as raw materials in the form of hardboard, where the hardboard itself comes from wood chips, but Multure is less likely to experience a shortage of raw materials. So the problem doesn't really affect the Multure production system. and and the last is legality aspect. The sale of multure will definitely be tested in the law contained in the law discussing industrial design, which is contained in the Republic of Indonesia law number 31 of 2000 concerning industrial design. And the next is organizational structure, which is the first is organizational chart and the second is job scope and description.
Next, we will talk about organizational structure. So, Multure Team is committed to always innovating and developing trends in the furniture sector to be able to innovate various attractive, multifunctional furniture products in the future. In addition, team members will also be active in following the dynamics of phenomena, problems, needs, and tastes of the community relate to furniture products. Sole proprietorship is a form of business whose ownership is owned by individual or by themselves. Multure adopts a single proprietorship style as term tend to be easier and more flexible for us. With full ownership in our hands, all forms of action and all policies are in our decision and responsibilities. It will be very complicated. Our love for the business world and our commitment to deepen the field of furniture allows the Multure team to develop freely and dynamically but remain focused. Apart from that, we have also demanded a lot of theory and knowledge as well as conducted case studies and simulation In the world of business lectures, we really want to apply the knowledge and experience that we have saved while we are students with other Multure teams so that we can achieve various goals and grow together. And India Rizkanantara and Aishananda Amelia, as the two sole owners of Multure, work directly as executive directors, which are divided into four areas. And India is responsible as Chief Technology Officer and Chief Operational Officer, working directly to lead the divisions under her, which are related to the main business activities. Meanwhile, Aishan and Amelia, as the Chief Marketing Officer and Chief Financial Officer, is responsible for managing marketing and finance by supervising various divisions as well.
The first job scope and description is COO or Chief Operational Officer. It is based on the theory of 10 operational management decisions, namely the concept of operational management, which will be in direct contact with the production system, which will certainly affect the operational productivity path. The implement it, the COO must ensure that three operational management decision analyze are carries out. The first is managing inventory and resources, which is carry out inventory management so that the flow of goods becomes smooth. The COO must make sharp projection and consideration to determine the ratio between fixed needs and variable needs so that he can continue to carry out operational activities in a stable, effective, and efficient manner according to the dynamics of demand and customer needs. And COO Multure manages on and controls the supply chain in coordination with the CFO as the financial controller and the CTO as the system and the technology controller. And the second is scheduling to maintain the continuity of critical paths and other operational cycle. This includes coordinating with the other division to ensure smooth operation. And the third is process. The third is namely quality management as a multure method to ensure process or products comply with company standards so that they can meet or even exceed customer expectation. And the next is CTO. Job scope and description of CTO is to be someone who is in charge of keeping up with technology developments and allocating any technology that can make the company more effective. The CTO is responsible for establishing and standardizing the management mechanism for all of Multure digital platform and system. Therefore, CTO and the CTO and the various divisions under it must continue to evaluate and innovate in order to continue to be adaptive and to become the market leader in the digital-based furniture industry. And the CTO leads to production division, namely furniture manufacturers throughout in Indonesia. Then interior design as design, innovation and product prototype developers as well as website and application developers. And second is and the third is CMO. CMO is in charge of leading and managing the marketing division, which is in charge of making marketing plans, starting from setting various goals to executing various call to action strategies with all evaluations in them. Primarily, primarily, the CMO and employees are tasked with the marketing information about Multure's product and service to gain uh, new client or project and increasing the profit. And the CMO is also responsible for communicating all the message and the entire range of Multure service. And the CMO and the marketing division must create the right customer relationship management or CRM strategy so that the customers become loyal and trigger word of mouth to acquire new customers. And the last is CFO. CFO has responsibilities in the financial sector such as making short and long-term financial projection, managing the company's income and expenses, and managing finance in a systematic and structured manner, and Multure plans to use funding from member as the first stage of funding. And the next is marketing plan, which is the first is marketing strategy, and the second is marketing budget for a year.
Our products are positioned with great care because they are high quality furniture at affordable price that combine workmanship and ergonomics for customers who understand quality, are users of high-tech equipment, and are willing to spend money for the best. Our marketing budget for a year include the professional assistants, PR, social media specialists, graphic or web design, brochure, or other conventional tools, just incidental, but we take 6 million per year, and then signs all billboard, merchandising display, e-commerce ad, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, SEM, SEO, direct mail, development or programming by UI UX development. We set our objective. We take one objective to be sampled at this presentation, but why is the objective is our priority? Because we carry the right objectives in order to prepare the most effective and efficient strategy. Therefore, we prioritize increasing the number of product sales transaction online because the core business and competitive advantage of Multure is an integrated website and application system. So what is the action and the expected outcome? Our action is to increase awareness of websites and application with marketing, especially digital marketing. And our expected outcome is to increase the number of website visitors and the number of application downloads by 100% and increase digital sales by 50%.
In the next is how will the action be achieved? The first is creating efficient and innovative digital marketing strategies through various advertising and social media. And the second is provision of special prices or promos for online purchases. And the next is who is on the team and will be accountable. Run by the Multure marketing division team with the person in charge, namely Ajana Amelia, as the chief marketing officer in the Multure. And the next is when will the activity be completed? Multure is targeting the implementation of digital marketing strategies and providing promos for less than the next 6 months with the periodic evaluation every month. Thus, at the end of the 6 month, the objective can be achieved. And the next is where will it be accomplished? Multure digital media, namely website, to promote application downloads. Then also Multure's official social media, namely Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, business, and Facebook. And the next is marketing strategy. The first is product. Product is Multure presents custom products, colors, shapes, size, and is free to order any type of wood with the help of furniture consultant owners by Multure. And the second is price. The price of goods and service. The more materials used and more difficult design forms required by the customers. So the more the price increase in the interest rates. And the third is place. The place is in conventional showrooms are strategically located in the city center and spread to all cities in Indonesia. And the second is website and social media account, and the last is marketplace. And the next is promotion. Promotion in the Multure is uses social media advertising and endorses social media ads, Google Ads and YouTube Ads, and online furniture reviewing and recommendation forum.
We also use STP strategy so that we can meet the right audience. Firstly, where will be active? The Multure target market is the millennial generation with an age range of 25th until 55 or 60 years in the city center. So this target market has been determined by looking at the possibility of individuals who are residing in temporary house such as boarding house, choose a place to live with a narrow space capability, such as an apartment or minimalist housing. They have minimalist lifestyle or simple and practical preference. This age is the right age when someone has worked or has an income of more than 2 million in rupiah. In this way, Multure is expected to be able to adjust the income of the millennial generation who are active in their main activities in urban area. With all this segmenting and targeting, we plan our corporate social responsibility. This multifunctional furniture aims to save the space needed in a room because the model combines several functions into one. Especially at this time, many houses have a simple minimalist concept that has simple, plain, and efficient spatial characteristic with the raised volumes, so that multifunctional furniture will be the right choice for someone who fills the room with complete facilities and is not large in size. On the other hand, making one model of multifunctional furniture also requires less wood as raw material than making two separate pieces of furniture, so that the available natural resource can be saved. In addition, we also produce custom furniture and multifunctional furniture that can be purchased by combining and repairing used furniture products that are damaged, neglected, out of date, or no longer used. Several studies have studied the furniture industry, such as the combination of 3D printing technology with the furniture manufacturing industry, which will enforce change in furniture manufacturing models in the future, or the application of 3D printing technology in furniture design. Application of an environmentally friendly material in the development of an environmentally friendly and circular economic furniture industry. Green material characteristics applied to office desk furniture. The result of the environmental studies will become Multure's direction in achieving environmentally friendly and sustainable business activities, providing high value products so that they are more effective and efficient. In addition, Multure products are also environmentally friendly because they save space, reduce waste, and recycle waste. Multure also empowering micro, small, and medium entrepreneurs producing environmentally friendly furniture and packaging by making them part of the furniture team, so that mutually beneficial of cooperation is created. And the last, we're supporting social and educational institutions by supplying furniture, create asset procurement cooperation, interior design renovation program, make an effective interactive, and creative space design. Multure's target market is the millennial generation with age range of 25 until 50 years. This target market has been determined by looking at the possibility of individuals living in residential apartments. This age is the right age when a person has worked and has an income. Multure will have a mid to high price, which is around 1 million and above. With this, Multure is expected to be able to follow the income of the millennial generation who have jobs in the city center. Multure product will follow the current trend of furniture so that it will generate high attractiveness to the target that Multure has. By providing an element of trend, of course, it will make the customer's apartment also have a new atmosphere and add to the aesthetic elements is in it. It is hoped that with Multure, customer will be helped by the facilities that have been offered. Of course, with the background of the majority of customer being workers, they will love the practicality that support their daily activities. Multure will operate in the scope of consumers who are in the cities or specifically city centers throughout Indonesia and is expected to continue to grow by expanding to go international. The differences as an advantage possessed by Multure lie in its multifunctional furniture system, where multifunctional furniture has advantage. They are very useful for everyday life because it makes it easier for product owner and helps the proportion system to save land in the customer residence. Also accompanied by views regarding the importance of existing aesthetic element, of course, can make customer who buy Multure feel satisfied. Multure also has a premium quality, which of course is based on quality tools and materials, so that it will make Multure have more value among other furniture centers. Our operational activities start from production.
Production is divided by three. The first is production division, actuating and controlling. The first is production division. This division was led by Anindya Rizkanantara as Chief Operational and Technology Officer. In this division, there are chief carpenter, head blacksmith, head of finishing, head of civil engineering, and head of overall builder. This division is in charge of producing and ensuring that all materials needed for furniture production are complete. The aim of this division is to produce quality products according to the company standards and in accordance with the consumer desires. The second is actuating, is a process of action in which the company strive for the planning or project to be carried out according to the plans and goals of the company. To make the project go according to the plan, Multure will carry out regular checks on Multure's office facilities such as electricity, Wi-Fi, office electronic devices such as computers. This is intended so that there are no problems when the company is carrying out on operational system in the office, on supply chains. In addition to checking Multure's production resources, it also ensures that everyone involved in the Multure or SDM uh, company is able to carry out the future project and establish good relationship with workers. And, and the last is controlling. Controlling is a management function that aims to evaluate, observe, and implement the company's performance. The controlling function so that the company's planning doesn't deviate from the initial plan and the company can correct deficiencies in the project and prevent abuse of company power and fund. The second is strategic management process, which is a set of process aimed at sustaining the life of a company in the long term. The first is sales strategy. Multiple strategy is first of all to make ourselves known by introducing us through social media such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Telegram, and etc. After that, we will introduce the basic concept of our products in order to attract customers to buy products from us. And then the third is to focus on maintaining identity with buyers. And the latter is to have a showroom, which will be a separate sales vehicles as well as a catalog, which will give us exposure to the general public, newcomers to the area, and construction professionals. And the second is offensive. Offensive is investment in R&D or research and development. The second is multidisciplinary team, long-term payback perspectives, strong marketing approach, and companies that can be seen as market leaders. And the third is defensive. Uh, in defensive is not investing too much in R&D, although some research is done to follow market leaders. The second is work with reduced cost and risk. No need for strong marketing action because the market has already accepted the products. And the last is can be framed the second in its class because usually they are waiting for a product launch from the market leader. And the fourth is traditional, which is trade their products in a stable market. Innovation is irrelevant and limited to slight modification to the product. And the last is companies with a few resources to introduce innovations. And the last is dependent, is outsourced companies rely heavily and on headquarters or clients to introduce innovation.
Our operation strategy will based on 10 operational management decision. The concept of operational management will cross directly with the production system, which will certainly affect Multure's operational productivity path in its business implementation. Multure conducts swift analysis of operational management decisions that have a large impact on Multure operational process. Firstly, inventory management. Inventory management is the key to making the flow of goods smooth. Inventory is needed to anticipate uncertainty between customer, the supply side, or customers. But there's also a supply that is prepared to anticipate even and so on. The estimation of of inventory problem in a furniture business will certainly have quiet and dominant risk. Operation management must make careful estimates and calculation for an inventory. The operation manager from Multure will have considerable consideration which is very much needed in inventory management because, of course, the operation manager needs to make sure that some inventories are felt to be needed for the establishment of a production system. The operation manager needs to make a comparison between the needs of raw material and the demand of the required custom furniture so that they will continue to carry out the right production system and according to the schedule owned by the company. The effectiveness of a multi-production system, it must have a stable supply by making appropriate consideration by calculating the required materials and customer requests. Next, scheduling is a matter that needs to be considered by the company. With the company scheduling, it will be easier to anticipate future events. Scheduling is needed to reduce the allocation of operator personnel, production, machine, and equipment, and from other aspects to be more efficient. Scheduling is one of the important points that need to be considered by operation manager. With good scheduling, it will certainly support good productivity because, of course, scheduling will produce a balance between the production system and the company's time system so that it will produce high company productivity. The scheduling system must be considered by must be considered properly and thoroughly by the operation manager because scheduling is one of the crucial things and need to be accompanied properly to estimate the appropriate and precise schedule for what has been planned. The scheduling system owned by Multure will carry it out with a weekly evaluation agreement with and will provide a project description for the following week with a perfectly miserable scheduling system with a person in charge of each activity. This is done by the Multure operational team to be able to improve the existence of a productivity system that can be measured by the company with accurate and efficient time estimate. Quality is a method in which Multure ensures a process or product is in accordance with that is expected by the customer. Quality is of course an important thing to know because it greatly affects the image of product or service. Multure will have a good quality management system with quite high standardization. Multure will prioritize premium quality so that it has a measurable value proposition and is ready to compete with other competitors. The quality control division will assist Multure in carrying out good quality management so that the quality of Multure will be one of the factors that strengthen all sides of the business with unquestionable excellence. Multure is a company engaged in the Indonesia furniture industry as a furniture manufacturer in Indonesia, providing innovation in the form of a customization system which customer can decide from themselves while discussing with the furniture consultant team from Multure, which later after an agreement has been made between the two parties. Multure will make a three-dimensional sketch or design of the furniture using a special application, which will later be translated by the Multure team and forwarded to the furniture maker. Multure will seek funding from individual group member, whereby group members will raise the funds to be Multure operations. Multure will provide funding at the start of business development with personal funds, which will be collected for the benefit of initial capital with miserable calculation, so that it will be evenly distributed between groups, so that this business can be built into a miserable business team. Multure's next funding will look for investor who can finance Multure's funding in the coming area. Multure will try to make a business plan that can be given and presented to investors so that, of course, and inventors can read Multure's business development and they can interest in funding what percentage of their needs about external management, in this case, fall directly on furniture or furniture manufacturers because Multure works with them as a raw material for making furniture products from Multure. Furniture manufacturers as a partner in producing or supplying product from Multure are one of the company's resources needed for the Multure business to run well. To produce a quality product, of course, you will need a quality raw material. So, Multure use premium raw material to maintain Multure's quality. Apart from premium, the selection, placement, and use of raw material is also very important in terms of product effectiveness, efficiency, durability, and aesthetic. Thus, Multure also conducts a lot of research, prototyping, and consults with partners supplying this product. Second, making a website is a very important role to carry out the continuity of Multure's product transaction the world. Of course, Multure will work closely with several specialists in the field of website which use a contract system for the continuity of product transaction activities from Multure. This concept is used in the contract system because basically Multure was formed because it will implement its purpose, which is to help and complement the needs of human household in their daily activities. Therefore, the use of Multure application will get 24-hour service, which of course requires a standby technician to serving customers and minimizing any damage in the Multure application. Next, Multure will support the plastic-free reduction movement. This is done because Multure wants to support world change by doing small things that start with reducing plastic. Multure believes that making small change can help the world to be better in the future. Therefore, here Multure is working with the several packaging suppliers that are plastic free. This will be realizing by changing the bubble wrap to honeycomb wrap, which is eco-friendly. Insurers who work with the Multure team at this time, it is undeniable that many people prefer things that are safe and secure. Insurance is something that familiar to the public. There are many pros and cons in using insurance, but over time, many people think that insurance is a very important thing to have for its item owned by individual for more secure security, and there's a guarantee offered by the insurer. Therefore, Multure will work the insurer to provide the best offer for the customer who will use insurance to protect their product with Multure. Of course, we will enter into several agreements with insurers that will benefit both parties, and the insurer will be able to deal directly with consumers to carry out consultation regarding the existence of products there are in Multure.
This is operational financial summary. There is a pioneering period or first year and development period or current year. Uh, Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.